What's happening, Adam?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Long time no see, man. It's been a
I
while.
I know, no doubt. I think the last time I saw you, you were in Hartford signing our autograph wall at the Dunkin Music Lounge. So that was definitely a minute for sure.
Most East Coast tri-state thing ever. That's still this day. Dunkin' music research.
Oh, 1,000,000%. That is straight up New England right there. And the funny part about it, you walk by and there are so many people on the wall now that we actually got no room to when we actually have in-person lounges coming again. We actually don't have anywhere to have anybody sign. So we're gonna have to go get another wall to figure out how we're gonna do it.
I've updated my signature. It still has the Catholic school cursiveness in there, but improved over the years. So I got you on your new wall.
No doubt, no doubt. So, what have you been up to, man? I mean, obviously, COVID was different for a lot of people. You built a massive freaking following on TikTok. I mean, 15.9 million people follow you on TikTok. How are you using that to connect with people?
I but first of all, I can't believe that because I just used it as a distraction for myself, and then it turned into I want to be people's musical distraction on this app that everybody's on. I want to be the musical distraction. There's so much heavy shit in this world, especially right now, and there's so many heavy videos, and scrolling, it's addictive to scroll for hours upon hours. And when most of those videos are, because the For You page knows you so well, if you're watching sad videos, I don't want every video to be fed to people to be sad. So I'm thinking to myself, I'll just let people into my world of making an album a little bit. And that's literally how my song Light Switch came about, because I thought to myself, I've never made a song like this. It's kind of scary fast. It's very different. It's way different than We Don't Talk Anymore, Attention, all my past, way different than See You Again. I haven't been around real life humans in a long time. I gotta gauge the audience here. So I turned on the camera and just kind of saw people were messing with it, and they were, and it inspired me to continue on and make the song happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the beginning of the pandemic, we had a lot of people put out, slow, depressing, heavy type stuff. And I think coming out of it now, hopefully, now that we're around the corner, I think having that, good mood, kind of like good vibe music is definitely important, not only on the radio or not only for people listening to their own playlists, but I think in general, just to bring up the vibe and, have people be pumped up.
I think so. That's why Light Switch is so fast too. It's almost too fast. It's just in my opinion, on the brink of being too fast. But there's others, like I made Stay by Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber, and that's kind of like you can tell the similarities between Light Switch and Stay just in the drums alone. But we want people's heart rate to go up. We want them to feel something, because you can have, if you take the drums away, everything is essentially a ballad. It's just the drums are the thing that move you.
Absolutely. So you got to collaborate with Elton John, and obviously he had Dua Lipa go in there, Ed Sheeran collaborate with him. Tell me what it's like, man, to work with an OG like Elton. I mean, walking into that room, you got to be a little intimidated, right?
I was for sure a little intimidated at first, but when I found out that we were next door neighbors, and I don't live in a who's who of a neighborhood in Los Angeles. I live in a pretty modest looking neighborhood. So I was very surprised when his assistant or somebody sent me the address. And usually everything in LA is 45 minutes away. And I typed it into Google Maps, and it didn't even give me the driving option. It just showed up as walking option. And I looked over, I could see it out my window. I'm like, that's his house right there. And that's what started off so we had an icebreaker. So I wasn't too nervous, but he gave me a candle, and we were kind of just off to the races. We were both kind of nervous that day when we wrote our song, I think, because we didn't really know if anything was going to come about of it. And it was COVID times too. And, we had to like wait a week to get tested and everything like that. So it was tense times, but I think that's why the song we wrote came out to be like such an emotional piece of music that set off his entire album that he's out touring worldwide right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely pretty cool to be able to see a guy like him, being, I think, like 75 and working with people in their 20s and 30s and being able to make music that people like want to consume and want to hear. There aren't too many people that can do that.
No, not. It's incredibly inspiring. And also he had a #1 record at 75. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And credit to you, man. I mean, I know you've talked about it in other interviews that, he talked to you and gave you some negative feedback. I think a lot of people might have been, oh shit, like how do I recover from Elton John telling me that my music wasn't good? But you took it and you made it go the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I there's this whole thing about like criticism being a bad thing. Criticism is it could be like a gateway into a way of thinking that you would have never thought before. And the thing is, I was thinking the same thing that Elton said out loud to me internally. Because the most important thing when you write a song is to tell the truth, and I just simply wasn't telling the truth in years like 2019. I was shaving my head. I was filming music videos with fire behind me. It was fucking bullshit. I needed to. I needed to be my. This is me. I'm on TikTok talking about music production. I'm identifying the notes of horns and other weird things that people are sending me. And I made a song with a sound effect in it. It's Light Switch is the weirdest song that you're playing right now on the radio. It's has a sound. It's almost like a Broadway song. It has a sound effect in it. But I want to embrace my oddities, my weird musical self, because that's what makes me cool. It took me. I'm 30 now. It took me like 7 years to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So that Super Bowl commercial you did with the Flaming Hot Cheetos, that was probably, I mean, I feel like there weren't a lot of good commercials. That was one that I think a lot of people were just like, oh, that was actually funny. Did you and Megan actually like get together and do that, or was it all kind of separate? How'd it go?
It was separate. It was remote. She recorded her part. I recorded my part. They made it super easy for us, and it was very cool seeing that commercial.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So Light Switch, like you talked about, definitely a little bit different for you. What's up with the rest of the album? I mean, you got a tour coming. What are you planning on for 2022?
I have a tour. I have a tour coming. I have everything coming, but we're working slow and methodical. Light Switch is still climbing the charts right now. We'll probably put out another song in a little bit, but I'm just gonna wait just a little bit. I'm gonna call the album Charlie. Everybody, if they want to listen to snippets of my album, you can just go on my TikTok page.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good part. I mean, TikTok, I'm not that good at it. I try. My fiance, she's in bed, like just going through hours and hours of TikToks. And I'm like, man, I actually got to get good at it because the way that you can connect with people versus any other social media is completely different. And you've been killing it.
Well, people are vulnerable on TikTok, and I think that opens up a lot of room for creativity. So I'm very happy to be a part of that algorithm.
Yeah, I mean the comments, dude. The weird part about it to me is that they don't care at all, man. Like they'll comment whatever you want, like anything bad, they don't care. They're not going to hide on TikTok, and I feel like no other social media really has had that.
Definitely not. No, TikTok is unapologetic. It's hilarious, but that's what makes it so funny.
For sure. Well, Charlie Puth, thank you, man, for catching up and congrats on the new song, new record. We're playing it on the radio. Sounds great on the air. So we love it, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. And hopefully I'll see you soon for another Dunkin thing if it's going to have the same name in the future. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we got to get you to sign the new wall. First one up.
Here we go. Keep the tradition strong.
All right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.